it is that time. It is Chanel. So this is Chanel Les Beiges. I know everybody's been asking for this video, so here we are. I have two of the new, we'll call them bronzers, but really they're called Healthy Glow Sun-Kissed Powders. There are 5 shades. I have 6 of the new Solo eyeshadows. They are the multi-use long-wearing eyeshadows. I have shades in matte, satins, and metallics. I have 2 of the new mascaras. I have them in orange, orange, and lilac. All right, so swatches of the powders. So these powders, they are 0.53 ounces. They are in the oversized packaging. They are considered Healthy Glow Sun-Kissed powders. And as you can see, there's 3 shades in them. I have light coral and medium rose gold. There's not a light rose gold. There's a light coral, a medium rose gold, and then 3 other shades that are, frankly, deeper. And will not work for me. So I got the 2 that were the lightest. So the 3 deeper shades are deep rose gold, medium rose gold, and deep mauve. From an essay that is at Neiman's, I heard that the deep mauve actually sold out first, which I think is really interesting. And I can tell you why, in my opinion, and I think his opinion as well, it's because it's the coolest. And I don't mean coolest as in it's hip, it's great. It's the coolest shades. And to be honest with you, I asked him, I said, hey, is there any way you can tell me if I could wear it as blush? Because I really like it. I like those cool shades. And he's, yeah, it's too deep for you. So for me, I mean, I'm very pale. So the cool shades are in now, the cooler shades. I think we're going to see more of that, like the Byredo palette that just came out, which is great. But the concept, first of all, of the 3 shades, La Mer did this many years back. Chanel has done this before. Someone else did this too. Was it Chantica? I can't, I've seen so much makeup at this point on my brain is just, I can't remember. But this concept, in my opinion, doesn't work. I don't like it. I'm one of those very picky eaters who likes to eat all my food separately. I like to have my vegetables and then my chicken over here. I don't mix, I don't like things together. It's probably one of those things, but I don't like my makeup like that either. And these powders, I get the idea, right? It's a glow powder. So you mix in like a pink and a gold. And I've seen that work for a blush that Cicely does. It's an iris blush and it has like a highlighter and blush in it. And that works beautifully. This though, I don't think actually works because either you're trying to get this as blush, this as bronzer, and this as highlighter, which means you have to use a small brush. And I don't like to use small brushes for my bronzer or for my blush. My highlighter I might, but the others I don't really like. And then if you mix it all together, I don't think it really looks that great, in, again, my opinion. So I don't get the point. I don't. And I also think the shades are weird because if you see with the bronzer in here, in the middle looks basically identical to me. The blushes are okay. And then the highlight, what is the highlighter? None of this is actually highlighter, bronzer, and blush. They don't say that. It just says Healthy Glow Sun-Kissed Powder. I don't think is a great color. And honestly, I don't think the formula is that great. Now, on the back of the box, it actually does say, as I'm checking myself, it does say that bronzer, blush, and highlighter for face and décollage oversized format. So it does say that on the box. So I stand corrected. It does say blush, bronzer, and highlighter. I don't get it. I don't get it, especially, and this is what really irritates me. And I was talking about like ready to wear. I've been looking at ready to wear and I was like, this is going to be my year to get ready to wear. Like I'm going to hit 10,000 subscribers pretty soon, hopefully. I hope I don't jinx it. Thank you to all of you for subscribing and watching and telling people about my channel. I'm so excited for that. It's just amazing. And as a sort of gift to myself, I'm like, oh, I'm going to get like ready to wear. I looked at like a sweater and it was like $10,000. And I was just like, Okay, Chanel has gone off the deep end. And I think that's happening here with the prices on these things. This is too much money to pay for this. I'm sorry that there comes a point where you have to go, okay, that is too much. This is too much. I get for the bronzers and for these, which are absolutely the primers, the pricings of those, but I just think that we have hit a price point here that just doesn't make any sense, especially for these products, which, in my personal opinion, nobody needs. So I'm going to take it and show you the different shades, put them on my face, and then I'll try to do it together. I would not have bought this if it wasn't for the fact that I knew you all wanted to see it. I'm going to take this highlighter here. Yeah, I just want to be honest. There's no way I would have bought it because I don't like products, I've just said it, that are like a mixed, I don't like it. Just don't. And yeah, and I think the price point is outrageous for what you're getting. So that is the highlighter that's in the light coral. I'm gonna take the blush. And again, I have to use a tiny brush because there's 3 different products in here. I'm gonna put it here. I think the feel of these is okay. They're going on well, which, I mean, they should for their price. They look nice on the skin. Again, you know, but see, I would rather have had some blushes, some bronzers, and some highlighters. And I think they look at this and think it's cute. And, you know, it's a gimmick to sell more product, but I would rather have them come out with a really good blush, a really good bronzer, and a really good highlighter. They've already come out with a good bronzer, and I have that bronzer. It's a great bronzer, the oversized bronzer, really good. The highlighter, there was oversized highlighters. The blushes, they still haven't figured out their blushes. But, so I'd rather them do that than come up with something gimmicky. Okay, I've gone on enough about that. So I haven't gotten to the bronzer yet. So this shade, this medium rose gold, that's the highlighter in this one. Now, it actually, if you look at the swatches, it's not that deep. It's gonna be deep for me, but it's not that deep of a highlighter. So I'm gonna use it like a bronzing glow because it's gonna have a little bit more of that to it on me, which it does. You can see it has a bronzy glow to it. And put it like here on the nose, bronze up. It is actually quite stunning on the face. Not gonna lie, but not my favorite. Okay, I'll go to the blush and this is obviously much deeper, definitely pigmented. I will give Chanel that. What I will say for this release from Chanel, for my positives about this, if this is the second lightest, the deep mauve is probably when my essay was like, no, it's not going to work on you as blush. He was being absolutely correct. If this is too deep, not too deep, but this is pretty deep on me, and this is the medium rose gold, you can imagine what the cool mauve is. It looks fantastic. So at least it's going to work for a lot of skin tones, which is something that Chanel does have some issues with. So at least for that, I give them props for that. That's good. All right, now the bronzer. Like I said, the bronzer is actually, as far as I could tell, very similar in these two palettes. So I'm gonna use my Tom Ford brush and try to just get in there. And you can see, now this is the light. This is the light coral. You can see on me though, that's still pretty deep. I will do some comparisons with it next to the light, medium, and deep bronzers that I have, and the oversized ones. We'll do that in a future video, but like I said, today to get this out, we can't go through every single thing. At least I compared the foundations. And then we'll take this one from the medium rose gold and we'll put it on this side so you can see. I think, to be honest, this one is a little cooler, so I actually like it more, even though it's a little deeper. Not that different, but I think it's a little cooler than this one is. So I do like it. I do like it more. Let's just take a little bit there. Yeah, I think this is a little cooler in the medium, the rose gold. Now the medium rose gold is definitely cooler overall, no doubt there. And if I had to choose which one I like better, it's definitely this one. I would use this one as more of a bronzer. I could feel like I could use this maybe as a bronzer. This one just seems to me like to scream out blush, bronzer, highlighter. So if I take my finger and swirl between all 3 of these, Mud. It's not mud. Okay, let's do it. Well, I still have like shades here. Let's do it. Let's do it on my hand. That's what you get. And then with the other one, so here's light coral. Here's medium rose gold. Interesting that I get actually, I'm gonna do it again just to make sure. Yeah, I get more of a cool toned shade with the medium rose gold, which I guess is not really a shock. I mean, than I do with the light coral is definitely warmer overall. And those are all, that's swirled together. So again, light coral, medium rose gold. I would pick the medium rose gold. But can you see like the deepness is about the same? So what'll be interesting to me is to see that mauve shade. Is that really a lot deeper, or is the bronzer that's in there the same as these? Because these in intensity are basically the same, except one is a little bit cooler than the other. So, you know, I don't know. I don't have them. So I would say though on my face, both of them are a little much. You know, if you can see, like it's a little much. I would definitely, if I were gonna like suddenly go out now, I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna tamp it down with some foundation. I won't do that for the purposes of this video because I want you to see what it looks like. But I would say that the highlighters in there are nice. The blushes are actually beautiful on the skin. So are the highlighters. The bronzers are a little bit too deep for me, but they do work well. The powders are really well done, milled, all of those things. So the product formula is good, but I think this product is A, overpriced, B, not what anyone's asking for. I don't think anybody's asking for a triple highlight bronzer blush in that type of packaging. Maybe they are. Maybe I'm missing it. And then C, I think the shades seem, I don't know, a little odd because I haven't compared it right now, but I can tell you that the light in the Chanel bronzer is definitely lighter than that bronzer. That I know. Okay, let's move to the shadows. There are, I am not a big, this whole video is going to turn into a salty Saturday, even though it's not on a Saturday. I am not a huge fan of single shadows. Not because I don't think they're worse in creation or that they are, you know, overall not as good as palettes. It's just that for most of my life, my adult life, I've been traveling a lot. Now, that's not really true anymore. I have to say, like, I'm not traveling. So maybe I could get more accustomed to single shadows. I like shadow sticks. At the moment, my favorite ones are Victoria Beckham's. I think they're outstanding. Rare Beauty's close second. But I like the ability to like mix shades and to have a crease shade and a brow shade, blah, blah. You can't really do that with one single shadow. And I think that's more my issue, right? It becomes cumbersome to have all of these. There are, and bear with me here, there are 6, 12, 14 shades. However, there are some that are new and there are some that are not. So let's get through it. The new shades are Gray Paris, which is matte, Quartz Fume, which is soft gray, it's shimmery. We have Beige Suede, which is a matte. We have Rouge Cuir, I can't say it, it means leather. Cuir, it's C-U-I-R, which is matte. We have Brune Fauve, which is matte, and we have Bois Noir is a matte finish as well. Hopefully these are going up. I hope so. We have a top coat shade, which is Blanc Pearl, which is a shimmery finish. We have Jade Facette, which is a metallic green. We have Bleu d'Or, which is a metallic finish. We have Rouge Cosmos, which is metallic. We have Lilas Poudre, which is matte. And we have Rose Charnel, which is also matte. Now, I think, and I'm going to see if I can figure this out while we're doing this video, I think that there's 2 that are limited edition. I think those are the 2 limited edition shades, but I'll find out for you. And then there are current bestsellers that they're re-promoting, which I did not have. Brune Pelpa and Beige Sable. Both are shimmery. And I didn't have them, so I was just like, okay, that's good. I can get those 2. And I'll tell you all the shades I have in just one second. So 12 of the shades are permanent. 2 are limited edition shades. There are 3 limited edition mascaras, lilac, burnt orange, and red. I picked up lilac, or lilas, and lila, and burnt orange. I did not get red for obvious reasons. I was told that the bronzers or healthy glow powders or whatever we're calling them are permanent. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I was told. So I will, again, try to find all of these things out for you. In trying to rush to get this up, I might be missing some things. Bear with me. I think that the Lilas and the Rose Charnel and they're both matte. I think those are the limited edition shades, but I don't know that for sure. Again, there's going to be an update video, I promise you, but at least you can see them all right now. Okay, so the first shade that I have on my arm, I didn't get every shade. I did get a lot of them though. First shade on my arm is the matte shade. I only got one matte shade. That's the Bois Noir. That's the matte shade. There's 3 swipes each, by the way, for these swatches. I built them. They're not single swatched. The next 3 shades are the satin shades, and I have those in this order. There is Brune Telpa, which I said is already existing, but I didn't have it. There is Quartz Fume, or Fume, sorry, Fume. Sorry for the French speakers, I apologize. Next one is Beige Sable. Again, those are satins. Then there's the 2 metallics. And I have to say, just swatching these, I like the metallics the most, which isn't really a shock. Jade Facette, and then the yellow gold one is Bleu Dior Antique, or Antique Gold. Those are the shades. So I'm gonna put them on my eye so you can see. And of course I'm gonna use the black for both of them because it's the only matte shade I'll have, but I'll make sure that I use all the shades so you can see them. We're not gonna go through a tutorial today. I'm just gonna put them on my eye. You get to see how they look. But what I will tell you is that these are actually really nice. They don't swatch as well as they perform. I think they're better on the eye than they are on the swatches. This is my personal opinion. I will have the Clé de Peau single shadows. I don't know when I'll have them. I will have all of them though. There are 6 shades. So I will do a direct comparison for you. And I will do a comparison between these and other single shadows, like the Dior's, that they have new Dior single shadows. I have all the old Dior single shadows. Some people have asked for a direct comparison. I will buy one new one so you guys can see it. But I will do those comparison videos again. They're coming up. All right, so let me start putting this stuff on my eye. I'm gonna start with the black matte on both eyes so you can see it. And then we'll just fast forward to the satins and then the metallics, and I'll break each time so you guys can see what I'm using. Pigmented black, guys. It's pigmented enough that you can use it as a liner, which I'll show you at the end, but you can also diffuse it out and get more of this grayish black, which is what I look for in a black. I don't like the blackest black for eyeshadow unless I'm using it just for an eyeliner because it overtakes the rest of the colors and the rest of the look, which for me anyway, I don't like. So, all right, so next we're gonna take, this is shade Brune Telpa, which I've said is an existing shade. Just gonna put it to the outer area here. I'm gonna blend it a little bit. Again, this is a satin, beautiful shade. That mushroomy, great shade that it's one of those shades that everyone needs. Fantastic. Okay. This shade is a greener shade. It's the Quartz Fume. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put that one on this eye, and then I'm gonna put the lighter one on this eye, and then we're gonna put the metallics over them so you can see how those work. All right. So this one I'm gonna put on the eye, lid over here. Again, these are satins at this point. And then we're gonna take the Beige Sable and put it on the eye over here. Very satiny, beautiful look, very light, very airy. The formulas they work really well. They have a light texture, they're not sinking into lines, they are not uncomfortable on the eye. There is some fallout, but it's really easily dusted away. Not chunky. This is Chanel. It's not going to be glittery or chunky or anything like that. Now, I know the outside of my eye is a little distracting, so let me clean that up for a second before we put on metallic shades so you can see how this looks, just the satin and the matte. Okay, now obviously the eyes look different because this has the quartz fume on it and this one has the beige sable. So it's going to look different on the eye, but these are both just the black matte, the brune tulpa, which is like a mushroomy shade on the outer corner on top of that black, and then the two satins on the lid. So there's 3 shades there. Really excellent coverage, looks beautiful on the eye, very soft, really nice look. Now we're gonna take the green and we're gonna add it to this side because the fume has a little bit of the green in it. This is the jade, and I'm gonna just use my finger. You can see why the metallics are my favorite. It's really pretty. It's just a pretty, and I love the shade. Is it as impactful as the Byredo? No, it's not. If this is a softer look, even though these are pigmented, definitely. I mean, look at that. This is the antique, but it's just a softer, it's a softer metallic. You have to admit, like, that's a beautiful look on both eyes. It performed just beautifully. Easy to use, smooth, no problems, no sinking into lines. Looks really good. My issue though, again, would be that these are $40 a piece. So I have 6 of them here. That is $240 for 6 shades. In comparison, the Byredo palette has 18 shades and it's $115. Let me take the black in here and brushing it on the bottom. Like I said, it's very pigmented. It works extremely well. There's nothing wrong with this matte. It's good. It's on my favorite matte. That's all. All right, let's get to the mascaras. So I'm going to say another thing about these mascaras. And people are going to be like, Jennifer, why did you buy this collection if you knew you weren't going to like it? I bought it for all of you guys. And this, I'm going to tell you right now, and again, I'm probably going to regret saying this, but I'm going to bet you money that these glow powders will end up in my next declutter sale, which, by the way, I have decided I'm going to do every year. So, and maybe both of them. I'm on the fence about the rose gold one. I actually like that one better, but I think one of them is going to end up in the sale. And these mascaras would definitely end up in a sale if I put mascaras in a sale. Because you want to know why? These are the Rouge Allure Pop Top mascaras. And unless they change the formula, which I don't think they did, I don't like this formula. I don't like it. First of all, I think air gets in from the Pop Top. And although it looks cool, I just find that the mascaras don't work. People always ask me, would you buy it for yourself? And I just have to be really honest, no. The shadows I would have. The shadows, the eyeshadows, absolutely I would have bought. Even though I'm not a single eyeshadow person, I would have bought these because I have Chanel single shadows. And there's one shade that I love more than anything else. It's a brune, I can't remember. It might be Brune Noir. It was a holiday and I love that shade more than any other brown shade. And it's a single shadow and I love that one. So I would have bought the single shadows. I also have a perfume from Chanel coming up. So just hold on after I do the mascara. But the mascara and the glow powders, no, I wouldn't have bought them. So let me curl my lashes and then we'll do the purple on one side and the orange on the other. I'm gonna look really weird. All right, so let's put up a video of the purple, which is Lila. And that's the brush head. And then we'll have Orange Brune. Hopefully Orange Brune is more auburn than it is orange, but we're about to find out. What I'm gonna do is I think I'll do the orange on the side with the antique and the purple on the side with the green. Neither one is gonna look particularly great, but I think let's just try it. And I'm not trying to be particularly snarky, guys, sorry. But sometimes I can be snarky. Okay, let's do the lilac. My issue with this mascara is that it just doesn't work really well. This one at least seems to be like coming out and working, so we'll see. But yeah, I don't like the formula. I don't like the nature of this mascara. And my issue with mascaras that have a color other than black or brown is that I always felt that the point of a mascara is to enhance your lashes, to make them look longer, fuller, whatever. And most people when you're gonna do that with the lash, it's gonna be a brown or a black. And a purple or blue or whatever can actually make your eyes look worse, not better. Now, don't get me wrong. I love a good blue mascara because it makes your eyes look really white, but I only like a really good blue mascara that has like a deepness to it. I don't really like a light blue or like a seafoam green or this lilac purple. However, again, always good to have caveats here. If you are somebody who has blonde hair and you have light eyelashes, I think this purple, this lilac might look quite nice on you because you have light colored eyelashes. I have dark colored lashes. My lashes are black. For those of you who don't know, my natural hair color is basically black or very close to it. Trying to put a light color over my lashes, it doesn't work as well as somebody who would have a light lash because it looks weird. Not the worst thing, but you get it because the lash itself is dark and just trying to put the light color over it doesn't quite work. Now, I'll say two things. This mascara is performing much better than the previous Noir Allure mascaras that I've used. So that's good. It's actually coating every lash and it's lengthening, and maybe no air has gotten into this. I'm gonna do a very close up of the eye so you can see the purple. It's hard to see on me. I will also close my eyelashes, close my eyes so you can see it against my skin, but it's tough. It's tough to see the lilac. All right, now we will do the burnt orange. Let's see what it does. It might be interesting on me because my hair. We'll see. Red, there was a red one, and there's a red one now, and I can tell you right now, that did not work. Red too close to my eyes is not a flattering look for me. I have really bad allergies, so maybe it's just like a mental thing, and I just think I look like I have a bad cold. But yeah, I don't like red shadow on me either. But I have a friend who looks so good in the deep red shadow. Oh, she looks stunning in it. And I always envy her because I've tried the look she's done and I look terrible. We are very different skin tones and different hair colors and all that. But yeah, she can really rock a red eyeshadow and I cannot. That's the good thing, right? Everybody's different styles for different people. So on somebody, that lilac might look fantastic. Again, I think it's going to be somebody who has a lighter eyelash. The mascara is performing very well, I have to say. I am really pleasantly surprised about that because the last two Rouge Allures that I've used were bad, really. I hated them. The black one when it originally came out, and I think it was like a reddish burgundy color that was a limited edition that they did. It was terrible. I really hated the mascara. It flaked everywhere. Now, I don't know if this will flake everywhere. I'll have to update you, but it's going on very well. It looks really nice. The coverage looks really nice. The shade is a different conversation. But yeah, I really like the coverage it's giving, the length it's giving. If this was black right now, you'd see it's impressive. And my lashes, yes, are longer from the Sweet Beauty serum. Sweet Beauty is like knocking it out of the park lately. I just have to say. Okay. This is the orange brune. I think I like the lilac on me more than the orange, but it could just be that it's orange against a yellow. So maybe I don't know. But the purple it's pretty, it's fun. It doesn't really do anything for me, but it's a fun color. The orange, I don't think looks bad. I just feel like for me, I'm just more of a black or brown mascara person. Maybe that's what it is. All right, so here's the orange burn. And here's both of them. On my lips today is the Chanel Lac in Seashell. It's one of my favorite shades of all time. It's just a really easy lip. It's a good color. It stains. It's very comfortable. Doesn't feel like a liquid lip. I really like this product. If there's still any available, I'll link it down below, but beautiful. So overall, my thoughts on Les Beiges. I think you can already tell where I'm going. I think all of it looks beautiful on my face. The sun-kissed powders. $95 for a product that I think in its conception does not really work. That's my opinion. You might love this and think it's the best thing ever. It's just not something I like. If I'm gonna do bronzer, I'm gonna do a bronzer. If I'm gonna do a blush, I'm gonna do a blush. The products that mix the shades together, I think is an outdated concept, and I just don't think it works. And personally, I just don't like it. $95 for something that I think is not the best idea. How's that? Of the two though, the medium rose gold is the one that I would wear. Like I said, I'm gonna do update videos. I'm gonna wear it as it's all swirled together like you saw on the back of my hand. This is it separate. I think its formula doesn't feel particularly great in the pan, but it looks really nice on the face. It gives a beautiful glow. The blushes are really nice on the skin. Even the bronzer, just very smooth. I think it's the wrong shades for me, but easy to put on. It's not settling into lines. It looks good. The eyeshadows are $40 a piece. And if you want to buy them, and like I said, I would have picked these up. I would have picked up the shades that I picked up, which are the metallic and the shimmery ones. And that's what I like. And the black matte, because I think having a black or brown matte shade is a good thing to have, a good one. These are nice formulas. I don't actually think they swatch as well as they perform. I think they perform better than they swatch, but I think they actually swatch pretty nicely. They look great on the eye. They don't crease, at least my experience so far. I've been using them just for a day and a half, because like I said, I'm getting this up quickly, but I'm impressed with how they perform. The mascaras, the formula is a million times better than the mascara of old, of the original Noir Allure mascara that I tried. It makes me want to go get another black one. However, I'm gonna wait until I wear this for the next 6 or 7 hours to see if this flakes. Because my biggest problem with the Allure mascara was that it flaked all over my eyes, which I did not appreciate. So I'll have an update for you on that. Last but not least is the new perfume from Chanel, which is called Comete or Comete. I think it's Comete. I'm gonna hope that's what it is. It's because it's C-O-M with the accent on the E-T-E. Comete. The main accords in here: powdery, floral, iris, vanilla, violet, fresh, musky, almond, earthy. These are scents that I absolutely love. These are notes that I absolutely love. The nose behind this is Olivier Pouge. The top notes are cherry blossom and aldehydes. The middle notes are iris and heliotrope, and the base note is musk. I love this fragrance. I will tell you though, like everything else in Chanel, the price of this is astronomical, because the prices of Chanel perfumes just went up again. There was another increase, just like there was for everything else. This is a box. There is a limited edition box. I think the Chanel boutiques have it. This was bought for me by my lovely husband. This is 6.8 fluid ounces. This is huge, okay? So that's the first thing. This is a huge bottle. 7 fluid ounces of perfume is a lot of perfume. That's a lot. That's a tremendous amount of perfume. So yes, the price is very high, but it's also a tremendous amount that you're getting. There are other perfumes, say by Tom Ford, that you get a lot less and the price is quite high. I don't know at this point if you're gonna be able to get the smaller size of this in this fragrance. So I'm looking right now on the sites. I don't see it in the US. I see it on in other countries though. I see in other countries a 75 milliliter. This one is the 200 milliliter. So again, this is a huge one. This is almost 7 ounces. So the 75 milliliter will obviously be much cheaper, not by volume, price per ounce type of thing, but it's going to be a lot cheaper than the 7 ounce bottle. Again, my husband, lovely husband, bought this for me, which was incredibly kind. But this is my type of fragrance. It's irisy, powdery, violety. If you like violets, iris, and powder, this is your fragrance. There is some almondy and musk notes, but really, it's the iris. It's so beautiful. Oh my goodness, I absolutely love it. You can get a little sample size from your Chanel boutique, from your SA. You might be able to get it from Nordstrom and Saks and Neiman's. I don't know if they're going to have this. I assume they'll eventually have it, but I don't know. It's been weird with their releases lately, guys. Let's be honest. This release came out at some places before online, before it came out at Saks, and I mean at Saks, at Chanel online, because it's not on Chanel online as I film this. It's in the boutiques. And I don't know what their plans are for their perfume. All I know is that the 200 milliliters very expensive, and I don't know what they'll price it here. I don't have a detail on that. If I can, I'll put it down below, but I can tell you, I know what it costs, where my husband bought it, so it's a lot. And the 75 milliliter, I assume they'll have it in that size, but I don't know that. You know, hold on, try to get a sample from your SA. If you buy from my Chanel SA, because I've given a lot of folks her name, she can definitely give you a sample, so you can try it out. This is something that you'll want to sample. Even the 75 milliliter will be expensive for what it is, because the Chanel prices have gone up quite a bit. And I also want to say, my husband, when he picked that up for me, he got this little travel thing, which I just think is really cute. I had never seen this one before, like these little gifts. So it says Chanel Beauté on the front of it. And as you open it up, it's got tweezers, a comb, and a mirror. And I've never seen this one. I know that sounds silly because it's just a little gift, but I'm like, oh, this is really cute. I've never seen this particular, this little nail file. I've never seen this particular travel, this little gift. So I thought that was adorable, and I just had to show you. So yeah, I love the perfume. If you love Iris, like I said, or Iris Violet Powdery, you're gonna love it. It's stunning. It's one of the best. It's one of the best Chanel perfumes I've ever smelled. It's similar to Miasma, which is Chanel, that's why I'm saying it. It's a Miasma Chanel perfume, but that one's much softer. This is a stronger, muskier, soft Violet Iris Heliotrope. I'll have more soon, I promise. I rush to get this up as quickly as possible. So I really do want to hear if you guys are picking this up, if the powders are like your idea of the most perfect thing, which is fantastic. I'd love to hear about the mascaras, what you think about the colored mascaras, because it's not really my thing, but I get why it might be popular. The eyeshadows, whether you're interested in any of them. So thanks so much for joining me today, guys. I really do appreciate it, and I hope to see you in another video really soon. Bye.